everyone, thank you for joining me. Today I have two new primers from L'Oreal that I want to talk about. They are called the Infallible Primer Shots and they come in various different shades for different skin types. For example, if you are struggling with redness, there is a green primer to counteract it. If you have oily skin, there is a mattifying one. The ones I picked up are the anti-fatigue one, and this pink one is a pore refining primer. There was also an illuminating primer, but sadly that was out of stock, but I guess it's good that it was out of stock because what am I gonna do with 3 primers, especially if I don't know if they're any good or not. In my opinion, they have a great little idea going on here, catering for different skin types, and I like the name primer shots. You can just throw them in your purse or in your carry-on makeup bag. In one primer shot you get 20 ml of product, which is kind of small I guess, but then again it is a primer shot. They couldn't call it primer shot and make the bottle 50 ml. And on the back it says, this is an instant complexion enhancer, extends makeup wear, ultra lightweight formula, use alone or under foundation. Wow, that writing here on the back is so small I could barely read it. When I saw this in the shop, I was more torn towards the pore minimizing primer because everything that can minimize the look of my pores is welcome in my books. The consistency of this pore refining primer is similar to a moisturizer, however when you put it on your skin it feels like a more liquidy version of the Benefit's Porefessional primer. However, it is not as effective as the Porefessional. I will insert a clip here of me applying the product onto the right side of my face just so you can see the difference between the two sides. The pink primer shot goes on nicely and creates an even smooth layer on the skin, but honestly, I was expecting a little bit more of a pore refining quality from this. If you do decide to wear this primer on its own, make sure you blend it in properly because it does have a tendency to ball up on your skin. Having said that, this is not the only primer that does that to me. The Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer has a tendency to do the same. Ever so often when I wear that primer, I can see little pieces of product just floating around my skin. Moving on to the Anti-Fatigue Primer. Now the consistency of this one is really liquidy. Yet when you go and blend it out on your skin, it almost feels dry. It is like a dry liquid. I don't know, it's weird. I don't really know how to explain it. It looks very orange when it comes out of the tube, and looking at it closely you can see tiny flecks of glitter in it, but don't worry, they're not big chunks of glitter which will leave you looking like a glitter ball. It just gives you a nice healthy glow. I was intrigued how this primer shot is gonna make me look less tired, but once I saw the color of it, I got the idea behind this primer. Using orange tones in products counteract any blueness that you might have going on your face, especially underneath the eye area, because when your under eye area looks concealed, you automatically seem more awake. Also, the anti-fatigue primer shot provides you with a hint of color similar to a tinted moisturizer, which makes you look like you have just returned from a sun holiday or a spray booth. I for one appreciate the hint of color it is giving my skin, but it cannot disguise my dark under eyes. Having said that, not many products can. If I wear foundation, Benefit's Erase Paste and the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, then I can a little bit eliminate the darkness underneath my eyes. But again, at the end of the day, you will still see them peek through. I have worn both of these primers on their own and also underneath my makeup for the past weeks. But in regards of the longevity of my makeup while wearing these primers, I did not realize anything different, which to me is a good sign because that means they perform exactly the same way as my MAC Stroke Cream, which is currently my primer. Both of these primer shots are leaving my skin smooth and not dry at all, which for me is very important because my skin is on the dry side. If I had to pick one of these primers to recommend, it would definitely be the anti-fatigue one, just because it did exactly what it was claiming to do. The pore refining one is not bad as a regular primer, but if you're looking for something that also minimizes your pores, try going with the Porefessional from Benefit. If you have tried any of the other primers, for example the anti-redness one or the mattifying one, please leave me a comment down below. Overall, I think they're great little primers. They're from the drugstore, they make my skin look smooth, not dry, and they keep my makeup on all day. What more do you want? I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye!